You didn't give her her puppies.
She never got her pics of the litter.
It's your female dog that you bred with one of her males.
Yes.
Tell me why she's not entitled to those 2 puppies.
Now, this breeder has a few bones to pick with her.
She abandoned the dog for 2 weeks at a friend's house. I have photos where it looks like somebody threw the dog in the wall.
You have a lot of bad things to say about her, but I know 6 dogs died in your care.
Judge Judy.
This is some bizarre agreement about puppy breeding by 2 people who I assume are amateurs in that field. Is that right?
No, Your Honor.
How many times have you bred puppies?
Maybe about 15, 20.
What kind of puppies do you breed?
American Bullies.
What is that I know?
It's a cross between an American Pit Bull Terrier, a Staffy Bull, and an English Bulldog.
How many dogs do you personally have?
22.
How much property do you have?
6.25 acres.
How many dogs do you have?
Just the one.
Male or a female?
Female.
Why would you want to breed one of your male dogs with hers?
It was originally my dog, and I co-owned it with her. And my agreement
You mean she bought it from you?
No, she didn't pay anything for it. It was basically a mentoring situation. She wanted to get into breeding, and I was basically teaching her, showing her the ropes, this and that. It was a dog that was originally co-owned to me, and because it wasn't working out with me, I then co-owned the dog out to her.
How long have you had the dog?
I've had the dog since last October.
Whose name is on the AKC papers?
Mine now.
So the dog is yours?
Yes.
And you don't have a contract for me to look at?
No, it was all in
Great,
messages, which
just
I
a
have.
second. So now it's your female dog that you bred with one of her males, and there was a litter of puppies.
Yes.
And what was the agreement with the litter of puppies?
The agreement was we would split the litter 50-50. So if there was an even amount, we'd both get half. If there was an odd, then we'd split it, like, since there was 5, we both would get 2. And then the odd one out would be, like, rehomed for a rehoming fee, and we would split the profit on that. And she priced that one at $2K.
So there were 5 living puppies,
Yes.
I gather. Now, there was some part of this complaint or answer that suggested that after the puppies were born, they went to live with the defendant. Is that right?
Yes.
That's not usual. Why did that happen?
Okay, so the agreement was she'd raise them until 8 weeks. That was the deal at first. But then her dogs got sick and such, and I thought it was parvo. So I told her if it was parvo, I didn't want my dog there with her puppies because I didn't want them sick. Well, she told me that it was not parvo and it was just worms that had killed them.
Killed how many of her dogs?
I don't know
How
specifically.
many of your dogs died?
6, and it wasn't from worms, it was coccidia.
So 6 of your adult dogs died.
No.
6 puppies.
Puppies died, only one was adult, and she was fully vaccinated.
Just a second. But none of the puppies that you had from this breeding.
No. My personal dogs way before the breeding even happened.
So the puppies were born on what date?
May 7th. And the breeding was March 11th.
And where are the 5 puppies now?
Somebody stole a puppy out of my yard, and 1 puppy was donated. The original person that I had the contract with was going to get a split litter, and she ended up getting her pick pup, and then my grandma's getting one, and the other puppy is an owed puppy to somebody else. And the stolen puppy just happened.
a second.
Sorry.
What I'm gathering is you have 2 puppies left.
Yes.
Male or female?
1 male, 1 female.
Now you have 3 minutes to tell me why she's not entitled to those 2 puppies.
Because they were not the 2 puppies that she picked to begin with. And for one, when Sunshine came to me for the breeding, her nails were about 3 inches long. She was walking her nails. She was skin and bones. She had fur missing. And she has contacted me numerous of times telling me to come pick this dog up. I just found out she abandoned the dog for 2 weeks at a friend's house. Her friend messaged me, told me to come pick up the dog. I also was told that she wasn't allowed to have the dog where she was at, and she got an altercation with her boyfriend, and he threw the dog out of the house, as well as I have photos where supposedly the dog ran into a wall, and it looks like somebody threw the dog in the wall. And so I felt that it was in the best interest of the puppies to not go to her, as well as she was not going to follow through with spaying the female. I was going to let her get her puppies, but she had to spay the mother, and the puppies were going to be spayed. And I was going to go ahead and give her puppies.
You have a lot of bad things to say about her, which may or may not be true, but I know within the short distance, 6 dogs died in your care.
Yes.
She gets her 2 puppies, and she's either going to come with animal control to check out your property, or she could come by herself to pick up the 2 puppies. That's what the order's going to read. Do you understand?
Yes, but why?
Great.
What about my
Great.
countersuit?
You have no countersuit.
Why not?
Because you didn't give her her puppies.
They weren't her puppies to be given to. I have a contract with somebody else. They were to get the puppies.
But you didn't notify me
just
of
a
that.
second.
Yes, you did, because you contacted her to ask her if you can switch the name of the dog on the paperwork, and she told you no. So that is why.
2 puppies to her. We're done. Thank you.